Jackson Holliday has been sent down to AAA after he hit 59, his batting average, in only 10 games, so not a great sample size there, but he did strike out almost half of the time. I'm not a fan of this move at all. I think it hurts Jackson Holliday's confidence a lot. I think that he was ready for the MLB. Look, he hit 304. He slugged almost 550, and his OPS was above 1,000 in AAA. That's the only bottom tier to the major leagues, and I just think, like, yes, he was in his own head, but 10 games, people, really? Like, I don't even think they really gave him a fair shot. And I understand that he did look really silly in a lot of these at-bats, and it really wasn't competitive. But the dude's 20 years old. Give him a chance to, like, settle his feet in the major leagues.
He struck out 18 of 34 plate appearances, so it's above 50%. Vegas was really pissed because I know a lot of people that were just slamming his time struck out, and it was a lock every single day. I think Jackson Holliday got called up too soon, to be honest with you. Like, I'm trying to be nice here because he is 20. You know what I mean? So, and like, he flew up the minor leagues so fast, but he was clearly outmatched. He was clearly pressing, and you can't, like, at the end of the day, the Major League Baseball organizations are a business. It's bad for business right now. It really is. It's bad for business right now. You cannot continue to have him in that starting nine when you have other guys in the minors too that are absolutely mashing. I do think it's the perfect time to send him down. Maybe he starts figuring it out down in AAA again. They bring him back up. And that's his way of kind of riding a roller coaster in his rookie season. But I 100% think it was time to send him down.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dino. I think they should have sent him down, and it was warranted too. I mean, he did just look overmatched. Jedi, you mentioned about, his confidence. I think this is the right thing to do for his confidence, honestly. He's absolutely raked at every level that he's played at. And this, I believe, was his first at-bats above AA when he was, in spring training and his AAA, which he absolutely, raked. So I don't fault the O's for bringing him up, and I can't fault him for sending him down when it was bad, man. He just was. He looked fooled. And when you have a farm system as talented as they do, maybe they, if it was a little more barren, maybe they stick with him a little bit longer. But whenever you have another stud you can call up, I can't blame him when you're in the middle of a race right here.
Oh, it was bad. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But I do think, like, look, you send him down. I just told you the numbers that he had in AAA. He goes and does that again. What's the next move? You have to have him in the MLB to get his feet wet and make him comfortable.
I would bring him right back up.
That out.
I would bring him right back up.
Exactly. That's my problem with it, is because if he goes down and he starts having an OPS again above 1,000, it's like, what are we really doing here? Because it's clearly not the talent. He needs to get comfortable. And I don't think 10 games was a fair chance.
But I think if the division wasn't so tight so early, maybe they kind of stick it out. But whenever you have a gaping black hole in your lineup every single time he comes up to bat, not even doing productive outs, he's striking out 51% of the time. Like, that's not productive outs in the MLB.
I get what you're saying, Jedi. I really do. What's the best way to hit Major League hitting? To see Major League hitting, or see Major League pitching? I get that, but he was a bona fide out every time he was stepping in the box.
Yeah.
He looked uncomfortable. I think a lot of it is due to the media, the videos that go viral of him getting called up, and unrealistic expectations. A lot of people were kind of pinning Jackson Holliday as the next Ken Griffey Jr., and you can't make that comparison. So do I think he's going to be better than his dad? I really don't know. But he's undersized. He is a second baseman, and he's 20 years old. There's plenty of time for him to figure it out. Let's not forget Judge's rookie year, like his real, like when he first got called up, wasn't great either. So, it may take an extra year. That's okay.
I saw a tweet when he got demoted too, and I didn't have a chance to look up the stats behind it, but they mentioned, bona fide superstars who got brought up, really, really struggled, got sent down, and then came up pretty quickly and obviously became superstars. I know Mike Trout was one of them, and Derek Jeter was one of them, was that this guy mentioned. I didn't have a chance to look up how bad they started, but, you're right. You don't know what his career is going to be, but he's got all the talent in the world.
Yeah, and there's also even comparable stats with players who had their same first 10 games and had very similar stats to what Jackson Holliday has had now. Ken Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, and Cal Ripken Jr., all three Hall of Famers, all some of the greatest that ever played. I think that the media is doing a really bad job and honestly should be ashamed of itself a little bit with like the headlines that people are throwing on Twitter saying he's washed, he's cooked. It's not fair. 10 games,
No.
people. I mean, he's 20 years old. It's 10 games. Like, I'm not worried about Jackson Holliday at all. I think that he's going to be a stud, and I think his brother is going to even be even better, Ethan Holliday, but he doesn't get drafted probably until I think it's next year. But I don't know. If you're an Orioles fan, I'm not panicking at
No,
all.
not at all.
My confidence in this guy has not decreased at all. It's only, you know what? He needs to get comfortable. He's really young and he's moving fast, which is just the reality of it.